Did you know that of the hundreds of characters across Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Ball Super, only a handful are anywhere near the main cast's power level? In fact, there are 7 clear levels every character in this franchise can be placed at. And before you say anything in the comments, yes, power doesn't just mean who hits the hardest. Intellect, cosmic authority, wish granting, political control, it all counts. Starting with level 1. Fodder. Sitting at the absolute bottom are the characters who exist purely to remind you the world has normal people in it. These aren't fighters, these aren't threats. These are the unnamed citizens of Earth who get their cities destroyed, their cars crushed, and their governments ignored every other Tuesday because a couple of Saiyans decided to have a disagreement nearby. Design-wise, generic. Relevance-wise, none. Power-wise, they're one bad day away from getting evaporated by someone who is just warming up. The real funny thing is some of these characters are named. Farmer with shotgun gets shot at Raditz, who catches the bullet and flicks it back at double speed. That's his whole arc. He fired a gun and it made things worse. Then you've got the people of Earth in general, who have been threatened, enslaved, blown up, wished back, threatened again, blown up again, and wished back again so many times that the Dragon Balls might as well have an auto-respawn feature at this point. And yet somehow these people keep going about their lives. Shops open, traffic moves, someone is always in the middle of a picnic when the sky turns red. Certified bystanders, every last one of them. Level 2. Trained fighters. Now we've got people who actually trained, who showed up, who learned to use ki, threw some punches, developed techniques, and still got absolutely cooked once the real threats arrived. But they showed up. This is the tier of Tien, Yamcha, and Videl. The holy trinity have tried their best plus one. Yamcha. I'll be brief. Yamcha is the strongest unemployed man in any universe. He's got the spirit ball, he's got the wolf fang fist, he has also been turned into a meme so thoroughly that showing his pose on the ground next to a Cyberman crater is one of the most recognizable images in the franchise. He is the mascot of this tier, the benchmark for almost but not quite. And Videl is here too, who genuinely held her own as a fighter before learning ki, which deserves respect. Then she married Gohan and settled into a life of watching her family fight gods while she waited at home, which is honestly a different kind of strength. These characters matter because without them, we'd have no frame of reference for how insane everything above them is. Level 3. Elite Fighters. This is the tier where characters stop being strong humans and start being extinction-level events. We're talking Raditz, Nappa, Dabura, early Frieza forms, and the Cell Juniors. And here's what makes Level 3 so effective as a storytelling device. These characters aren't the final boss. They're the moment the game gets harder. Raditz shows up in the very first episode of Z and makes every Z fighter look like amateurs. He catches a shotgun bullet and flicks it back at double speed like it annoyed him. He kidnaps a child before the fight even starts. He is the weakest Saiyan warrior, the weakest, and he still made the strongest people on Earth look completely helpless. That is the whole point of Level 3. They exist to reset expectations. Nappa takes it further. He destroyed an entire city before saying a word to anyone. He then methodically wiped out Piccolo, Yamcha, Chaozu, and Tien. Just walked through them. Then Goku showed up and made him cry in about 4 seconds, and Vegeta killed him for the embarrassment of it, which is genuinely one of the coldest moments in the whole series. Dabura is the most creative fighter in this tier. King of the Demon Realm. His moveset is unhinged. He can spit on you and turn you to stone. No ki required. No transformation. Just commits crimes with his mouth. Pure utility. He stat-fied Piccolo and Krillin, creating a hostage situation where the Z fighters couldn't even use their most powerful teammates in the fight against Babidi. Level 3 is the reality check. Every time Dragon Ball needs to raise the stakes, they send someone from this tier to demolish someone we care about. Level 4. Galactic Scale Threats. Now we're in the heart of Dragon Ball Z, the tier the entire series built toward. Perfect Cell, Majin Buu, Kid Buu, Final Form Frieza. These are not planetary threats. These are galactic threats. Their power doesn't just affect Earth. It reshapes the entire universe's balance of power. Frieza's reputation alone as a weapon. You didn't have to fight him. You just had to know he existed, and your civilization would voluntarily enslave itself to avoid his attention. He built an empire on pure vibes and violence. Entire alien races chose servitude over the alternative. And then, he shows up on Namek in his first form, barely trying, and still nearly wipes out everyone there. Perfect Cell is the most organized villain in Dragon Ball history, and it's not particularly close. He didn't just arrive and start destroying things. He held a tournament. He gave everyone a week to prepare. He did press interviews. He essentially did content creation as a villain. And then after all that, he still nearly took out the solar system. Kid Buu is uniquely dangerous not because he's the strongest on this tier, but because he genuinely cannot be bargained with, reasoned with, or frightened. He destroyed his own body to escape containment. He blew up Earth because he felt like it. He has no endgame, no agenda, no logic, and that makes him more dangerous than a lot of technically stronger characters who can be outsmarted. This tier is Dragon Ball's peak for a long time. And then, Super showed up and put all of it in perspective. Level 5. Divine Warriors. Dragon Ball Super changed everything, because once Beerus woke up and slapped Goku unconscious with one hand, it became clear that the entire Z era was basically a warm-up act. Level 5 is where characters stop being mortal threats and start operating on a divine scale. Super Saiyan Blue Goku, Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, Hit, Jiren, Kefla, Broly. These characters fight at a level that threatens entire universes. Their battles crack the literal fabric of space. The Tournament of Power specifically took place in the world of Void, a place with nothing in it, because there was genuinely nothing to use as a venue that wouldn't get destroyed. Jiren is fascinating because he's less of a character and more of a philosophical argument. He doesn't have a special technique. He doesn't have a transformation gimmick. His power surpasses the gods of destruction, and he got there through training, which is either the most inspiring thing Dragon Ball has ever done or the most annoying depending on how many times you've skipped leg day. Hit is elegant because his power has nothing to do with strength at all. Time skip. He can phase forward in time and attack you in a dimension you can't perceive. You're not slower than Hit. You don't lose to Hit because you're weaker. You lose because the fight is already over before you register it started. And Ultra Instinct Goku lives here, the state where his body moves and reacts faster than conscious thought. The angels consider it one of the highest techniques in existence, and even they don't use it casually. The gap between level 4 and level 5 is enormous. Everything from Frieza to Kid Buu would not last a minute against the people on this tier. Level 6. Gods of Destruction and Angels. And here is where power stops being about fighting altogether. Remember when I said that Jiren was on the same level as Gods of Destruction? So now you're probably wondering why he's not in this tier. And that's because level 6 isn't just strength, it's also authority. The Gods of Destruction and Angels are structurally part of how the universe functions. This is not hyperbole. Beerus doesn't destroy things because he wants to. He destroys things because destruction and creation are kept in cosmic balance across all 12 universes, and the gods of destruction are the mechanism that maintains it. He is a natural force wearing a purple cat's body and eating sushi. Beerus can erase matter with a touch. He can destroy a planet by flicking it. He's been asleep for 39 years at a stretch, and the universe continued because his absence simply meant less destruction, which threw off Shin's entire schedule and explains why the Supreme Kai always looks stressed. But Whis is the genuinely unhinged one. Whis is Beerus's attendant, his personal trainer, the one who drives him places, and Whis is so far beyond Beerus that the comparison isn't even interesting to discuss. Whis can rewind time by 3 minutes. He can travel across galaxies faster than most characters can react. His job is to babysit a god of destruction and make sure he doesn't have a tantrum in the wrong solar system. And Whis is still not the most powerful angel. The Grand Priest is Whis's father and the attendant to Zeno himself. He is acknowledged as one of the 5 strongest beings in all 12 universes. He is polite, patient, and perpetually calm, and it is deeply unsettling because you know there is no version of events where anyone challenges him. He has never needed to try in any fight we've seen. He probably never will. Level 7. Zeno and the Absolute. Zeno is a small, round, childlike being who dresses like he's going to a sleepover and has absolutely no fighting ability whatsoever. No technique, no ki blast, no transformation. He has never thrown a single meaningful punch in his life. He also erased 18 universes like he was cleaning crumbs off a table. Zeno does not fight. Zeno simply removes things from existence. That's the entire skill set. He points at something and it stops existing. Universe, gone. Timeline, gone. The very concept of that timeline, gone. There is no power level that defends against this. There is no technique that counters it. There is no Super Saiyan form that makes you immune to a child deciding you should stop being real. And the genuinely disturbing part, he doesn't do it out of malice. He erased 18 universes and seemed fine with it. He does it because something was messy, or he was bored, or someone was taking too long. In the Tournament of Power, he watched fighters give everything they had, bleed, sacrifice, push beyond every limit they'd ever known, and at the end of it, he was ready to erase the losing universes like clearing a browser tab. Goku is friends with Zeno. Goku walked up to the supreme ruler of all existence and said, "Hey, wanna be best friends?" And Zeno said yes, because nobody had ever been that casual with him before. Goku's single greatest power across the entire franchise is his complete inability ability to be intimidated by anything. There are also two Xenos now, present Xeno and future Xeno, two omnipotent beings. Nobody asked why, nobody is going to. Super Shenron gets a mention here as well, the Wish Dragon of the Super Dragon Balls, each of which is the size of a planet. Super Shenron can grant literally any wish with zero stated limitations. His only ceiling, as far as anyone can tell, is that even he cannot reverse what Xeno does, which tells you everything you need to know about where Xeno sits in the hierarchy.